Okay, this is a video that was referred to me by someone who's fairly credible. It's not anyone involved, not a first-person witness or anything like that. But it was referred to me, and I just kind of think it's interesting. The really interesting videos, YouTube wants you to... Let's see, come on, computer. I want to be too close. Sorry, you have to have patience. They want you to sign in to confirm your age. All the really good videos, that's what they usually do. It's because it may be inappropriate. I mean, you can watch a bunch of pornography and other stuff. Anyway, it's just Satan up to his tricks. So, I'm recording this on this video. I would download it. And there's kind of a loophole here. You can do it from a thumbnail or whatever it's called, an extension, someone else's website, and it'll play. Anyways, there's a couple comments here. What's going to happen here is this guy is going to touch this girl's hair or something, which is kind of strange. He has his big friend here, so here's dumb and here's dumber, most likely. And then we're going to see him fight and whatnot. But the interesting part is, this guy beats up several men. He beats up 3 or 4, and then 2 more come. He beats like 6 people, and then beats up other people. So I don't know, I'm going to think it's kind of, I think it's fake. It seems very unrealistic that a man could do that. And then you're going to notice all these bystanders don't do anything. The current news today is I don't even know, the 12th to 13th of February 2016. And the reason I state that is the current news is that Germany, this is filmed supposedly in Germany, and there's already been months and months and months of hostility where the Germans are outraged because the ruling factions of each country, of the Western countries, predominantly Germany, but other ones as well, the ruling elite, satanic elite or whatever, they're trying to bring in a bunch of immigrants from Syria, and basically the immigrants are mostly Muslim men who these people are supposed to be. So I'm getting the impression that this might be propaganda for stirring up hatred towards Muslims. That way we can start, quote we, end quote, can start passing laws against Muslims, and then they'll eventually turn that into Christians, against Christians. So you make laws against, bad people, and then that law is used on good people, which these aren't good people because they don't fight. But I think it's a fake video. Oh, my little zoom in button's not working. Let's refresh it. That's funny. It says full screen's not available, but it was working. You know what? I think I did it from a different program. It's kind of interesting how all this stuff doesn't work on that internet browser, but it will work on this internet browser. Pretty interesting. A lot of different ins and outs. So there he is touching her hair. Do a replay just because he was kind of puts his hand out or something, touches her hair. She pulls back. Okay. Guy falls down comically. Really weird, not very forceful kick. Good combination to the body and one to the head. Falls, and I didn't see his head fall, but if you fall like that, you're going to be knocked out, head against concrete. 2 more guys come, he does a kick, one falls to the stomach. He doesn't bash his head in with his foot, which is what I would do, especially with multiple attackers. It's kind of strange. So he's already taken on 4 people, he's on his 4th one now. He does kind of a weird takedown. It didn't look like he really had good connection. The guy falls with him. You notice how quick he got on his feet. Here comes number 2, pushes him. And this is a guy that's head should have cracked and hit the ground. You see how they're falling? It's not falling very realistic. Here comes a 5th person. I don't think he's new. This guy just comes and tears him up, which is, really unrealistic. And then the video quality also. And again, the bystanders aren't doing anything, which is unrealistic. We've already talked about how Germany has a lot of anti-Muslim sentiment right now. And here's a video, cameraman showing how the crowd's not doing anything, I guess. That's the video. So I think this is a propaganda piece. Sorry for the shaky. I don't have a bipod, tripod. And my shirts. I'm just trying to sleep. I don't even know how I found this video. Oh yeah, it didn't matter. Anyways, so what the point of all this is, Satan is trying to get us to create a bunch of anti-Muslim laws. So instead of having a republic and pretty much just arresting, well, I'm not going to get the whole philosophy. I'm not going to try to do that. But basically, pass a bunch of laws against these radical Muslims. There's so much I can get. Oh man, it's if they're covering it, my hand's getting tired. You're gonna have to just cope with this angle. If the corporate media is covering this, which they are, the Muslim deal, radical Muslims, chances are they want to use it for something. They will not cover topics that aren't beneficial to them. I have been closely monitoring Christian persecution, and a lot of this attacks by the Muslims predated the corporate media's coverage of it by maybe a year, maybe a little bit less than a year, is when it started getting really bad. Then about a year later, all of a sudden it's on corporate media and people are talking about ISIS, like the Christian persecution information channels. We knew about ISIS before this, and all of a sudden ISIS becomes a household name and all that, which is kind of interesting to me because most people don't follow Christian persecution. They do follow what corporate media says. So there's little interesting things like that. It's like, why are they following what I'm following now? And again, so this whole thing, just try to sum it up, and because they're the Illuminati, Satanist, whatever, Satan basically, is trying to create us a worldwide, Western European, Western nations, trying to create a sentiment of anti-Islam. That's why there's so many stories about this rape and that rape, and they're all really outrageous. I don't know if anyone, I don't know of any independent underground person who's actually like verifying these stories, as far as like, hey, here's a research, this person actually did get raped and whatever. But there's so many of them, they're so outrageous that I think that's just really trying to pump up anti-Muslim sentiment, create laws, and then those laws will be turned around and used against Christians in the next 10 years or so. They'll do false flag attacks from Christians attacking this and attacking that group and whatnot. So that's what I think is going on, and I think this video is probably really good proof of just really. When I first saw it, I was really upset and saying, yeah, bash in that bleeping guy's head. I was really angry about it. But the second viewing, I was just like, it seems kind of strange. It's really unrealistic. How could one dude take on, what was it, 5 people, and then a reoccurring second guy? He was quite a bit taller and all that. It's very, very strange in the first place. Sorry for being long-winded, but that's what you get when you're listening to me right now. So that's it. Read the Bible. Read the Word. That He can clean your mind. That He can wash your mind with a washing of water by the Word. That you may be blameless and spotless. That's really the church. But anyways, all right.